afternoon, fellow tankers. Commander Denalii here, and today we're taking a look at the IS-6 Black. This is my nuts and bolts video on it. The IS-6 Black is the exact same as the IS-6, with the exception of the IS-6 Black has a 75% XP bonus, and the regular IS-6 only has a 10% XP bonus. I don't have the IS-6. I was actually planning on getting one, and then this special came out, so here you go. You guys can take a look at a couple of the soft stats on this. Anyway, I really wanted the IS-6 just because I've had so many people tell me how good of a tank it is, especially because it has preferential matchmaking. It only sees up to tier 9. That is, unless you're in a platoon and you platoon up with somebody that doesn't have preferential matchmaking and you use this tank, it will see tier 10s. Yeah, other than that, the great thing about all the Black Friday tanks is they have silver increases. Some of them are 30%, some of them are 50%. They all differ. The only thing that stays the same between all of them is the 75% experience boost. So anyway, this has a V12 engine, 700 horsepower with a power ratio of 13.62 horsepower per ton. This tank can go 35 km/h forward, 14 km forward backward, and it has a 15% chance of getting set on fire when it's shot in the engine. The reload on this before you add any equipment is 11.7 seconds. The aiming time is 3.4, also before equipment. The accuracy is 0.46, which is not great, and this tank can get some really good gun elevation of 20 degrees and a not horrible max depression of 6 degrees. So this is pretty okay on hills. The hull can traverse at 26 degrees a second, and it has a terrain resistance of 1.2 for hard ground, 1.5 for moderate ground, and 2.3 for soft ground. The view range on this tank is horrible. It's 350 meters, and the turret rotates at 24 degrees. The signal range is also not great. It only gets 440 meters of signal. So if you don't have a whole lot of friendly tanks left, you can't see the entire battlefield. So on this I run 17 standard rounds, 10 premium rounds, and 3 HE rounds. The standard rounds have a penetration of 131 to 219, damage of 293 to 488, and a shell velocity of 790. When you go to premium rounds, your minimum penetration goes from 131 to 163. Your maximum penetration goes from 219 to 271. The damage stays the same, and the shell velocity goes up by almost 200 meters a second. Your HE rounds have the 790 meters per second shell velocity. They have a penetration of 46 to 76 millimeters, and the damage goes on a minimum 398 and on a maximum 663 on a penetration. It has a splash radius of 2.5 meters, so if targets are close enough together, you can hit multiple targets. And this has a 5-person crew, or correction, a 4-person crew. So this is a pretty solid tank, as I was saying before. So here we are taking a look at the armor values. As you can see, the track can act as a little bit of a spaced armor. The bottom of the hull, there's a nice little strip going straight down the middle that's very weak, and then your back deck is also very thin. All of that is 1 to 20 millimeters, somewhere in between. Now your spaced armor on the side is 21 to 30 millimeters. And you also have that same armor on the top of your turret and part of your turret ring underneath the turret. And then there's 2 other strips on the bottom of the hull. They go between 31 and 50 millimeters of protection. The rest of your turret ring is 31 to 50, and your gun is as well. Your back deck is 51 to 70 millimeters of protection, but it's angled quite well. So if a light tank does get behind you, you can bounce some rounds. And I'll show you a little bit more about that later in the video, really close to the end. So the front middle of your upper plate is where your driver sits, and that has 71 to 90 millimeters protection, along with that port right there. But the rest of your hull, including your lower plate and your sides, has 91 to 120 millimeters protection, and also the sides of your hull behind your spaced armor also have that same amount, along with the back of your turret. So it's not horrible armor. So getting shot in the side it's not a horrible thing unless they got a really good gun. And then you have your best armor, of course, on the turret, front and sides at 121 millimeters to 160 millimeters, along with around the 2 hatches on the top. But like I was saying, the top of your turret, not very strong, 21 to 30 millimeters protection. If you get shot in the top of the turret or in the back deck, where it only has 1 to 20 by artillery, it's pretty much a guaranteed pin. So, like I said, I run 17 rounds of standard, 10 rounds premium, and 3 rounds of high explosive. I do a small repair kit and small first aid kit and a manual fire extinguisher so far. I haven't got a whole lot of matches in this tank. I think I'm still under 20 games, but this tank is phenomenal. I love this tank. I'm going to be using this as a crew trainer, especially with the 75% experience boost. So I run the gun laying drive for 10% increase to aiming speed. I run vertical stabilizers for 20% accuracy during movement and turret rotation, and I'm running improved vents, which I'll probably trade out for optics. But right now I'm taking the plus 5% to all crew skills. So yeah, that's just taking a quick look at all the armor and the values, all the information about the IS-6 Black. Like I said, it's the exact same as the regular IS-6. The only difference is the experience multipliers on it. You get a 0.75% boost, or I'm sorry, 0.75 multiplier, which is a 75% boost on crew on XP in general. Anyway, first match here. We're on Prokhorovka. It's during the night, and it is a tier 8 game. So we're going to go up and we're going to play on the ridge line in the F3 area. When I'm in a heavy tank, I will usually do the ridge line fight somewhere. If I start on the south side of the map, I'll do the F line. If I start on the north side of the map, I'll go to the E line, and I'll usually fight the ridge. The only time I really go over to the FG0 area and fight on that hillside is if I'm in a medium tank and I'm trying to get flanking shots. So right now we're just trying to cruise up to the F3 area, and we see an AMX CDC Black, and he ends up hitting us in the ammo rack. Got a very good shot there. Got a really lucky shot because we were angled what I thought was pretty decent. So anyway, we're going to go up here and we're going to work that ridge line. We burned our repair kit to go ahead and fix that ammo rack because that is a very important and vital thing. You got to be able to shoot. So, looking at the map, you see enemies are spread out pretty good on that ridge line. We've got about 4 tanks going over and fighting the hill. Got a tank destroyer down on the bottom side of the bridge. Got 2 mediums up here fighting the ridge with me, and the rest of our team is in the bottom left-hand corner. Didn't quite have a shot on that guy, so we were going to save that round. And we're just going to continue working this ridge line as much as possible. Try to get some hatches, some weak spots, stuff like that.
Ready to fire on target.
And as you can see, oh, we take another hit right there. As you can see, the enemies pretty much got this hill line covered. I'm the only person up here, and we got an IS-3 in the back, which doesn't have the greatest of guns, and a regular IS-6 behind it as well in the K3 area. One thing I'm not a big fan of is heavy tanks that think they're snipers, especially at tier 10, E100s. So, anyway, we're up here working this up here. We tried to tell those other guys to join us up here. Looks like the IS-6 is moving, so hopefully we'll have company here in a minute or so. But until then, we got a Tiger up here, a Hammer up here, and we're going to try to get a shot at it. And there we go. Hit the Tiger, we bounced 2 rounds, and like I said, the armor on this is exceptional for a tier 8 tank.
Loaded and ready.
So we're getting some assisted damage from spotting these guys. 4 of them so far now that that ribbon just popped up. We've done 1 damaging shot ourselves, and we also critted him. I believe it was the engine we hit.
The enemy knows our location.
So yeah, like I said, I love working the ridge lines up here. And that guy looks like he's pulling too far forward, trying to get shots on that 110 most likely.
We've got a lock.
There's a tier 6 medium tank, low tier. We'll just take him out really quick. And the IS-6 is taking fire. So we're gonna pull forward. Artillery's hitting him.
Load it up. Let it rip.
And yeah, this is This is a dangerous place to be if you don't have a whole lot of armor, so I'm glad he's up here helping me, so I'm not the only person up here taking shots. Otherwise, I probably would have been taken out of the game fairly quick. So anyway, we're going to push forward to the next line here, get these guys spotted in the back. Yep, there's that hammer. Take a snapshot at him. Oh, we crit his engine. Oh, look, another Tier 8 heavy tank in the back. We got an Oho back there. Oh, Net Tiger's a one-shot. Let's see if we can take him out. Alright, so that's one gun out of the game. Oh, two now, actually, because we took out that other guy. And now we got that hammer. Pull forward just a little bit. Like I said, the gun depression on this isn't great, but it is workable if you pull forward enough. You will expose a little bit of your upper plate and sometimes a little bit of your lower plate. Hey, look, it's that Amex CDC that took out my ammo rack earlier. Let's see if we can get some revenge. And there we go. So far 3 kills, but look at those assisted ribbons. We've gotten a lot of assisted damage on this. That's another reason I like working the middle on this map, and why when I see this map pop up in the queue, I'm just thinking, hey, I can work on my marks of excellence in whatever tank I'm in. So we'll take a snapshot on this 110. I don't even see where that round went. It looks like it probably went just over the top of him, but we just bounced an artillery round. I'm glad we were backing up there, because if we weren't, that thing would have penetrated the top of my turret or my back deck. So that Oho looks like he's gonna have to play with that heavy tank that's pushing on him. So we're gonna go try to push this 110. And there we go. We ended up with our 4th kill. Enemy artillery is spotted, and he's destroyed. And there's an OI 400 meters away. We can hit him like that, and the accuracy on this gun isn't great, as I pointed out earlier. So he's just at 400 meters. We hit him once. We're aimed in all the way. We'll fire again, and the round's gonna just sail over the top of where he was at. We didn't get a damage ribbon or anything, so we're gonna push forward on this guy. And as you can see, this tank can deal some damage to him. So here we are pushing forward. Got the OI spotted again. We're just gonna stop, let our aim circle go, and we'll just shoot him without aiming in. And there we are, 5 kills. So now we're gonna go work on this Oho. My team is definitely just decimating the enemy team. We are up 12-3 right now, and got trolled a little bit by his stop and go forward and my gun accuracy. So we're gonna switch to a premium round and go straight up to him and go point blank. The good thing about getting on the side of a Japanese heavy tank, anything tier 5 or above, is when you get on their side like this, if you look, there's a nice little box from his gun port on the front all the way back to the rear. If you hit that front of that right there, you can hit him in the ammo rack, and you can possibly take him out in one shot. Unfortunately, I didn't take him out, but I did damage him. And then if you get up here, you shoot him right between the hatches, and you can penetrate there. So we'll switch back to standard rounds. 2 enemy tanks left. Looks like one of them's getting engaged on the hill in the F0 area by a medium, and he gets taken out. And that was the enemy IS-6, so now there's only one tank left, and most likely he's going to be back in the very back of the A9, A0 area, because that's what top tier heavy tanks do. But I'm not making this a rant video. So what we're going to do now, we're going to push forward. We're not going to sit on the flag, we're just going to hunt this last guy down, because as it stands, you know, it's 9 against 1. And yeah. So we know this guy can't be anywhere else except for that back corner somewhere. Unless he's in the A7 area on the other side of the train tracks. So as you can see, I go under the bridge, I look left. He's not spotted, so he has to be on the hill. There he is. And he's a one-shot for just about everybody on the team. So we try to do a quick shot without aiming in all the way, and we don't do anything there. He's got a lot of modules out, so we'll try one for the lower plate. And I don't know what happened there. It looks like the round went straight where it should have done damage, but it went right through him. But that's alright. So, we got a victory there, and at the end of that match, we ended up with, let's see here. Looks like 123,500 silver, just over 5,000 experience, and we ended up with a top gun with 6 kills, a mastery badge. We did 3,416 damage, 12 penetrations. We detected 2 enemies, and we assisted for 2,800 damage, and we blocked almost 2,300 damage. So yeah, like I said, I'm really loving this tank, guys. Here's all the team stats. You can check that out if you like. But this tank, it's like a really quick heavy, and as most of you guys know that watch my videos, I like medium tanks the most. So when I can find a heavy tank that can play like a medium, I'm gonna play the hell out of that tank. So yeah, now that was a very good video to show you how this tank can do very well. And on this video, unfortunately, we're going to have a little bit of heartbreak. And I hate to say it, but that's a little bit of a spoiler. So anyway, again, it's a tier 8 match. We're on Dragon Ridge. And on this, I like to go up and fight the middle fight, usually around the G7 to the E7 area, and fight that little area there on the side of town. But what I was doing on this, I was testing out the view range on this during the beginning of this map. And I'll show you a couple decent spots that I've found, but you don't have the very good view range in this tank, so if you have somebody with you that has a lot better view range, then you can get some decent shots in. And a lot of people know this spot, especially people that play tank destroyers, but if you look straight ahead, you can see across to the, looks like the D7 area, and that's where the enemies cross to fight in the middle near the town. So you can either park in this depression or the depression directly in front. And you aim straight across there and you can get some enemies.
Target locked.
But right now we got distracted by an enemy Ferdinand that went a little bit too far forward. So we'll try a shot and he bounces that round. Ferdinand has some decent armor and some decent angles, and this gun at 500 meters is very poor accuracy. So we'll try to lead another shot on him, and just over the top. Switch to a premium round, just in case we can get another shot off on him. And he disappears, and we're not going to get another shot. So now that we have a heavy tank over in the E7 area pushing really far forward, that's eyes over there, and hopefully he'll be able to spot something over there that we can shoot. And, oh look, KV2. Unfortunately, we have a premium round loaded, but we'll go ahead and fire because it's in there. And then we'll switch back to standard round. But yeah, 430 meters, we can't spot that far unless we had something like coated optics or binoculars, if we're, you know, so long as you stay stationary. Enemy OI tried to aim for the ammo rack, but we got him in the tracks. Pull forward a little bit, we're still undetected. But just in case artillery was watching to see where tracers were coming from, we pulled forward and we got into the next depression. And as you can see, only my turret is going to be showing at that angle. So we don't want to stay too long, considering we are top tier in this match. And it looks like our guys that are over there in the middle are not winning. Unfortunately, we don't have any more shots. I was hoping that KV2 would pop out again. But he doesn't. But now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move forward, and we're going to take the fight to them. So yeah, guys, like I said, the mobility on this tank is fairly good. Even going uphill, I was doing, you know, 16 and 18 kilometers per hour right there. But yeah, we're going to get up to this corner. We lost our friendly heavy tank. The enemies are up by 2 tanks right now. So we need to fight this middle and you know, make sure these guys don't push too hard.
The enemy knows our location.
So we have an enemy OI, and that turret looks like a T1 Heavy next to him. Yep, that's T1 Heavy. So while we're reloading, we're going to back up and not try to give him any good shots. And there's a T29. Let's try to track this guy. Nope, we didn't track him. Went a little bit too far with our reticle and just shot him behind the front drive wheel. So now we're going to angle. We'll try again. And he does the reverse troll on us. And now we're the only armor up here. but we do have two guns behind us, it looks like, a heavy tank right behind us, and an artillery a little bit further behind us. And we're under a lot of pressure here. Got an OI trying to ram us, does 0 damage, but we're going to go ahead and shoot him there, finish him off. Now we're going to go for that IS-3. Don't know which way he's going to pop out from. Hopefully he shows us a little bit. Where is he at? Nope, oh, left. Alright. So we'll put a shot into him, we'll track him, damage him, try to get out of our friendly's way. Unfortunately, he was backing into us. Got a track target hit, and we'll hit him again. Oh, we finished him off. Wonderful. So, yeah, this tank is very, very good in situations like this. Looks like that T-29's taken care of. So we'll shoot that KV-2. He just finished off our friendly that was there. Try to angle. We're getting shot from the far left over there. That's probably that light tank. It's got a really quick fire rate, and we're bouncing a lot of rounds. Cannon Panzer takes our track off. Yep, there's the enemy light tank. It just popped up. Shoot that Cannon Panzer again, maybe. Got that T1 head. Nope, they'll shoot that KV-2. We'll take him out. Unfortunately, we do take damage from, looks like him and the T1 heavy. So that just shaved us, you know, 400 or 500 hit points off. And now we're down to less than 600 hit points. So we need to take care of these guys that are pushing the middle. There's that Cannon Panzer. Just blocked 2 more shots there. So yeah, like I said, I'm still learning the angles of this tank. I'm not the best IS-6 player out there. But as you can see, if you angle just right, ooh, an ISU-152. If you can angle, you can block a lot of rounds. And I'm glad I took out the ISU-152 because that was one of their most dangerous guns on the enemy team. And we're down to less than 400 hit points now because of that enemy artillery. So we got to push this T1 heavy and push him hard. Because it looks like the Cannon Panzer ran down the hill. And unfortunately, the accuracy on this gun, I just missed the T1 heavy. But I'm faster forward than he is in reverse, so we're going to get up beside him just in time to reload and finish him off. And yes, that Cannon Panzer is now in the G8 area, so we don't have to worry about him sneaking up behind us and shooting us. So let's take out this artillery. And that's revenge for putting a couple shots into me, Mr. M44. So now we're going to turn around, go back, and help on our side of the flag. And it looks like the enemy artillery was spotted. Oh, and I spotted him. How nice is that? He's chasing our friendly medium. Let's see if we can get a shot on him. No shot. Oh, he shotguns our medium. Oh, but we have a shot. And there we go. We're on 7 kills. So, 13 penetrations, 9 crits, 7 kills, and the enemy's still up by 1 tank. They were up by 3 tanks at one point, pretty much most of the match, but we've caught up a little bit, and we got a little bit of assisted damage as well. So now we're going to push back. We know we got a Cannon Panzer, we got that light tank that was in the middle somewhere, and then I believe one of them's a Tiger II somewhere. So I'm going to go back and try to help out this Jagdpanzer IV. He's a low-tier tank destroyer. And he's fighting a Cannon Panzer that ran away from us. And I probably should have rushed the Cannon Panzer here. Unfortunately, I didn't. I'm detected now. I was thinking it was someone up there to the left. But it's not. And undetected right now. Hopefully that Cannon Panzer pops out. Nope. We got a light tank behind us. And we bounce 1. We bounce 2. He damages us once. Trying to aim on him and just can't get a shot. I probably either should have chased him or the Cannon Panzer here just to take a gun out. But then I seen a heavy pop up to my left. And he hit me in the turret. Gets me down to 10 hit points. My turret's really slow now. And yeah, I just had a misplay there. I got distracted and couldn't stay focused. And when you do that, you get killed by a Type 64. But yeah, like I said, if you can get a light tank shooting you in the back, you can bounce rounds with the angles on this armor. So yeah, he shot 5 total shots at me from the rear, and he only penetrated 2 of them. Anyway, fellas, if you guys want to fast forward, the next 30 seconds or so, go ahead and do that. I just wanted to watch this guy to see if he'd pull it off. Unfortunately, he doesn't. And yeah, so there was the spoiler. I had heartbreak. I got 7 kills. Tried to carry my team, and unfortunately, we lost. Shit happens. But yeah, guys, I'm loving this tank. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna definitely use it as a crew trainer with that 75% experience modifier to it. And yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So at the end of that, we ended up losing that match. We ended up getting 200,000 silver. We ended up with almost 4,500 experience. We got a high caliber with 3,900 damage. We got Devastator and Top Gun with 7 kills. We got the Mastery Badge 99%. Got 13 penetrations. We assisted for 871, and we blocked just over 2,500 damage. Anyway, fellow tankers, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Both of those are greatly appreciated, and they all help. Here's the team stats for you guys to take a look at. I'm going to tell you that next week I'm trying to do the T-34 black, or maybe even the Lerva black. I'm not great with that name. Yeah, I'm going to try to do one of each of the heavy tanks that I got with the package. Once a week. But anyway, fellow tankers, you guys go out there and kill some shit. I hope to see you on the battlefield. Until next time.